Some cars are just transport, a means of getting from one place to another. The Ford Focus was never one of them. For 27 years, it was the car that proved an ordinary, affordable family hatchback could also be genuinely brilliant to drive, the thinking enthusiast's everyday companion. And now, it is gone. The very last Focus rolled off the production line in November of 2025, a plain white hatchback, ending a story that began back in 1998. So this is not really a review in the usual sense. It is a farewell to one of the most important and most loved cars of its entire era, and a chance to ask what exactly we are losing. To understand why this matters, you have to go back to the beginning. When the original Focus arrived, it did something almost no mainstream family car had done before. It drove brilliantly. While rivals focused on space and value, Ford gave the Focus a chassis so good that it embarrassed cars costing far more, with steering and balance that made every journey, even a boring one, quietly enjoyable. That reputation only grew with the hot versions. The Focus ST and the legendary Focus RS became heroes for a whole generation of enthusiasts, proof that a practical family car could also be a proper performance machine. For decades, the Focus was the benchmark every rival was measured against. The car you see here, the final generation, still looks the part. It is a clean, handsome, well-proportioned hatchback, and it came in several flavors: the standard car, the more practical estate, and the rugged active version with its raised ride and cladding. The design has aged gracefully, without the fussy details that date so many rivals, and on the show floor it still looks like a car you would be happy to own. It is not flashy, and it never was, but there is an honesty to the way it looks that suits the car's character perfectly. Inside is where you start to feel the car's age and the reality of its situation. The cabin is sensible, comfortable, and practical, with a decent central screen added in a midlife update and plenty of room for a family. But it is also clear that as Ford prepared to wind the Focus down, the money stopped flowing, and the interior fell behind newer rivals on material quality and the very latest technology. It is a perfectly nice place to sit, just not a cutting-edge one, and that is the honest truth of a car living out its final chapter. Practicality, though, remained a genuine strength right to the end. The hatchback offered a useful boot of around 375 liters, and the estate stretched that to well over 500, making it a genuinely spacious family car. The back seats are roomy, access is easy, and it does everything a family hatchback needs to do without complaint. If retrospectives and reviews like this help you appreciate the cars that matter, subscribe so you catch the next one. For all its talents elsewhere, the Focus never forgot its core job. Under the hood, the final Focus kept things efficient, with a range built around a small 1-liter turbocharged petrol engine, helped by mild hybrid technology, producing up to around 155 horsepower. Sensible, economical, easy. But the one that mattered most to enthusiasts was the Focus ST, with its 2.3-liter engine making around 280 horsepower, a fitting hot hatch send-off for a car with such a sporting heritage. And yet, even in the most basic version, the magic was still there. The Focus drove better than almost anything else in its class, with that precise steering and that beautifully judged chassis. Right up to the very last car, it remained one of the most satisfying, affordable cars to simply drive. So why kill a car this good? The answer is the same story playing out across the whole industry. Ford, like everyone else, is pouring its money into SUVs and electric vehicles. The Explorer, the Capri, the body styles and powertrains buyers are flocking to, and regulators are pushing. The traditional compact hatchback, however brilliant, simply does not make the numbers work anymore. It is a coldly logical business decision, and it marks the end of Ford's presence in a class it once completely dominated. And that is what makes this such a bittersweet moment. The Focus is leaving not because it got worse, but because the world around it changed. It remained, to its final day, one of the best driving, most genuinely likable family cars you could buy. A car that understood that even the everyday journey could be made a little better. We are not just losing a model here. We are losing a certain idea that an ordinary, affordable car could also bring real joy. The Focus carried that idea for 27 years, and it carried it beautifully. It will be missed.